darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. Last one.
Walk as the children of light. Don't take hold of vain words, man. Because Esau, he's a smooth talker. It tells you that in the Psalms. His mouth was smoother than butter, but war was
in his heart.
in his heart.
Psalm
He's drawing swords.
22.
That's Esau with you. Okay?
55.
Esau's that kind of dude. He'll speak a good game, man. He'll set up a platform and everything. Give Jake a platform, Black Lives Matter, and have other Edomites support that platform at the same time.
Yeah.
And then you, in your mind, thinking, you a simple Jake thinking in your mind, man, Esau, man, he really turned around. The white people, they're turning around. You know, they coming to our aid, they washing our feet, they doing all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Mincing words.
Even in the workplace, they've got, whenever they put equal opportunity adverts, who is it in there? The black woman, man. The black woman.
Because she's just the perfect slave.
Yeah.
He's the perfect tool that Esau is. You know, on the chessboard, you got the pawns in the front.
Yeah.
She don't realize that she's a pawn.
Spirit. They're playing chess as well.
You see?
I got that spiritual eye, you know.
Man, that's deep.
I didn't even notice that. They're playing chess. But anyway, man, it's like she doesn't realize she's just a pawn, bro. You know, you pawn take forward, you can go sideways. I haven't played chess in time.
The piece you can afford to lose, man.
Teach me how to do it.
It's lucky, man. Just add to that, if I may. The most important piece on the chessboard is the queen. That's the most valuable piece.
That gynocentric feminist woman, man.
And Apostle Elder Gabar always talks about the mammy. Apostle Elder Gabar, the mammy too. You know, with the big rolling eyes, goes back from years in the cartoons with the big eyes. And she's the one that used to feed the Edomite babies with the breast, get the breasts out.
Especially what they're doing, you know.
The nurturing.
Bro.
Yeah, they knew, Esau knew even from then that the black woman's breast is the best, you know. Even so that was a mammy thing. But one more precept to end it off of. Ephesians 5:9. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth.
It's lucky, man. That's what the women do, man. Because they Esau put them in the adverts, equal opportunities and all that shit, man. You know. But I know people that work up in them so-called good jobs, man. Them banks, all them black bitches, them receptionists and all that, man. They're there because they're on their knees, man. I've had people tell me that.
No, that's the truth.
Citibank, Barclays, Canary Wharf, man. I know people that work there, man. They're up there because they went university and they got good grades and they fucking equal opportunity, man. They're pleasing the white man.
And you know, to the brothers, absolutely correct. Because I forgot about that, man.
Wow.
A lot of these women out here, they get them high positions because they be sucking rock, man.
Wow.
They be sucking rock. They be cheating on their husband and everything. This is what goes on.
Yeah.
So
I believe that 100%. 100%.
So this is the thing as to why everything reverts back to revert back to this. Because there's nothing out here. That's why I always say, I always make a big emphasis is that we as brothers in this truth, we don't have nothing in this world. There's nothing here. Because you can't trust these people out here, man.
You can't, bro.
Yeah.
Even the nigga woman, you can't trust them, man.
Because South Carolina elder, it's lucky his name, Manasseh, I think it is.
Manasseh Akbar.
Huh?
Manasseh Akbar.
Yeah, Manasseh Akbar. And he was he goes and he does his street what they call that thing with the bar, the street thing, the cam thing. It goes in the street, huh? Walk and talk. Yeah, does a walk and talk. And he was filming because he goes into the crowd sometime. You know, he's kind of out of the box a little bit. Which, as you say, there's men for everything. And he was interviewing, he was filming some women then with their body out and all that. Because you know, over there, Carolina, they do that walking with their body out. It's like a trend or something. And he gets in, he just says, look at the women with their body out, right? And he says, and when he was filming them, when they were looking, giving that American, they have a sort of kind of look what they do. We like to say, we're higher than you, we're above you. He says, now you're coming and you're stunting, and over in the town where you're in, they know that you're the local whore.
See?
But you come over in this town, you know, with their body out, walking around like to really just like they're really flaunting it, and they want to really be able to say no to men, really. But in their town, they're known as a local whore. So what you're saying, what they're saying, a lot of these black women, they stunt on you, on the black man, they're stunting on them, but they're going places to move up in the world, like it could be Ishmael in the shops.
Ishmael does it in the shops.
Yeah.
And that's why
in the workplace.
That's why I mean, I've had my fun with women now, so thank you. All praises to the Most High. We know that no more.
That's why you got to be a bad man. You got to treat
like shit, man.
You got to say, listen, man, you treat her hard. That's why if your real bad man is a man with Lord. Because it's good. The Most High's telling you, man, treat these bitches like hoes, man.
Hey, man.
Lord told you, man, treat these hoes like hoes, man. Don't treat them like otherwise. That's the portion of a wicked woman is opposed to a wicked man. You're not a wicked man, so you gotta treat these hoes like what they are. That's righteous, bro. If you stick to that, you'll be good. You're good.
You just don't take them seriously.
Don't.
They coming home to you saying, "Hey, honey, I'm home, man." And before that, they would build an Edomite. For work, man.
That's what they doing. That's what they doing. But that's why I say, brothers, man. Hey, man, if you one of those brothers, you can't help it, man. Just go to the goddamn ruffle call it there, And I'm just putting it out there because they all the same anyway. It's just that they're more honest, but the ones here that's walking around, they ain't honest. Right. But it's all the same, man. So just get your shit on, man, and just keep it moving, man. You know what I'm saying?
The only difference is you gotta pay for it, man.
You gotta pay for it, but it's the same thing.
Same thing.
Because you gotta pay when you go to the prophet, and you gotta pay when you take them out. And at the same time, and I mean, we're not talking about the women that's in the truth, because there's a lot of sisters out there that see what we're doing, that believe what we're doing. We're not talking about it. So don't take offense to it. But we're just speaking as men that have been brought up in this reality. Okay? And the reality of the matter is the women of our nation happen to be, as the scripture says. I tell you what, brother, give me Micah 7 and 10.
Micah 7 and 10.
Yeah. You know the one where it says, "Thou harlot shall be in the streets."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the reality. We're just edifying on the reality of what's going on. So don't take offense to it, because it is what it is, man. The point being is, man, there's nothing out here for the men of the Lord. There's nothing out here in this world. Okay, the food is shit. The air that we're breathing is crap. Okay, you gotta trust these people out. You can't trust these people out here, these men. You damn sure can't trust these women. So you basically by yourself. So the best thing to be is to be in this truth only, man.
Yeah, man.
And just be around the brotherhood. Don't you ain't gotta be talking to these jokers out there. Now you may have brothers, you may have dudes that you may be cool with at the job. You may say, "Hey, how you doing?" And you just keep it simple, and you just move forward. But the thing about it is, we already got everything. We got the brotherhood, and we straight like that. There's an issue with brothers talk with one another, and we break bread, because this is the real family right here. This is the real La Familia. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. Everybody out here, they not a part of this, and because they're not a part of this spiritual VIP, we can't be bothered with these people, because these are nothing but low grade people that's influenced by that's influenced by degradation anyway. The demons. Go on, bro.
This is Micah 7 and 10. When she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy power? Mine eye shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets.
Yeah, and that's just the truth, man. I mean, hey, the nigga woman, man, she's always been against Jacob. Ever since Esau's been going good, but now all of a sudden, Esau's going downhill, and his Black Lives Matter thing is popping. Now they want to get down with the Black Lives Matter thing, because it's all based on trends, and that's another thing that women focus on. Women focus on trends. They don't focus on what's important. They just focus on what's on the television. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what they're on as well at the same time. And what's the trend? The trend is to be evil and wicked. The trend is to be as wicked as you want to be. You want to change your private part, you go ahead and do that. The trend is look, man, you ain't supposed to be judging people that are sodomized and this and what does it have to do with you? Just accept it. What are you talking about? Yeah. And then all of a sudden she gets turned up because it's a trend. But like I said, it all goes back to this. Because the thing with our women have been beguiled, man, by the serpent.
Yeah, they have, man.
That's all it is, Ultimately, because of the weaker vessel, I'm not gonna put all the blame on them, because they have did a lot to our people. But it all goes back to that one motherfucker, stone-cold white man. It all goes back to him. Everything goes back to him. So if you got a problem with yourself or your people, okay, or your life or whatever the case may be, blame it on him because he's the main one that's causing all of this nonsense in the first place. Okay, and it's gonna have to take your Howard Shy to pretty much flip the script and put everything right in its proper order, man.
Can't wait, brother.
It's all about Esau. That's just the end all be all. If you got an issue with a woman, blame his friggin' ass. Because it was by the Rockefellers that established the way things are today. Go on,
That's finished.
yeah, I want you to get the one where it says the harlot shall be in the streets. Somebody get me that. Because it is what it is, man. I mean, yeah, it's you know, our women are in a bad situation. Oh yeah, indeed. But eventually the Lord is going to clean, the Most High is going to clean his people up pursuant to Isaiah the 4th chapter. And we don't got to deal with this bullshit. The reason why we're dealing with this nonsense is simply because of this devil, man. It's him. He's the original problem. He's the A1 problem as to why we go and have to deal with this nonsense. Why you got to think about your woman cheating on you at the job or the boss raping your woman. That happens too. Sometimes the bosses take advantage of your wife.
Heard about it.
You understand? So Esau done fucked everything up.
Yeah, the wife has two husbands, one at home and one at the workplace.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
more obedient to the one at
More at the workplace, yeah.
Because women are instinctively survivors, so they really want to be on the winning team when it comes down to it.
That too, yeah.
And the paradigm shift now, and Esau, the woman, she's a bit more sharper. The Edomite woman is a bit more sharper. She knows that we're rising up, so she wants to be with the winning team.
But you know what though, could I cut you? I was in the park one time, right? And all I saw was our men dating Edomite women. They left them with the quickness. They just cold left them. You know what I'm saying? So so you gotta understand. Like I've always been saying, like you just said, women jump on who's winning. It don't matter about what race they are from or whatever the case may be. Now I'm not saying all of them, because you got some sisters and you got some women that stand up for their people.
Yeah.
But overall, they're about jumping ship and getting down to who's winning.
That's right.
That's what it's all about.
Instinctively.
That's why the scripture says, in that day, 7 women shall take
Take
hold of
over.
one man.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be apparent that we're winning, man.
Exactly.
On the way home last week, maybe I looked like one of them Black Lives Matter. I don't know. I had my little mask. I was on the bus. I had my mask on and thing because it's low now. And two, they were Jakes.
Yeah.
Like, but you can see they might be under that lesbian, they're LGBT.
Come.
And we was talking and thing, but they was friendly. So they, like I say, the vibration now. There's a vibration. Yeah, on the way home last week, on the way home, because there was people going home from the Black Lives Matter march. I got a little bit with some of the people, but it was just basically there's a friendly spirit now. The Black Lives Matter march, it's like a dating spirit among them. With man,
That goes with you
they're friendly. In other words, they're just friendly, like a dating spirit.
That's a curse. That's like a spell, bro. It's not even,
Yeah, it's just
I made a video about the cut. You made a video about the hypocrisy of the so-called black woman, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to act like they love you now that you're dead. They only love you now that you're dead.
Yeah.
When you're alive, you try to tell them about the order of things. They don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
But now that you're dead, there's all of a sudden, oh, they're killing us.
Just a friendly.
I
I don't know if he's dead, like you're saying he might be alive, George, but when they put his baby mum on the news, you could see, man, she was giving him hell, man. She just got that nigger black woman vibe about her.
I asked one of them, what is this march about? Which I did know. Black, and you can see the passion come out. They come alive. Black lives matter, man. You know what I mean? You can see. They come alive when you talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, back to you.
but yeah, I mean, and the reason why they're friendly and all of that stuff, man, because it's like you said, it's the trend. It's what's trending, and that's what they're doing, man. And like I said, we have to blame the one and only, man. It's devil, because he's the one that's putting this spirit in our women to be the way that they are, and it's so much more even their own women. Is their own women is jumping around from rod to rod and jumping to Jake now. That's what's going on, and it goes back to the original point at hand. They only jump to who's winning. You hear what I'm saying? So it's like the reason why. I'm not gonna say our women, because they're gonna have that connection. They're gonna be under that the new covenant in Hebrews the 8th chapter, where it says the laws are going to be in their inward parts.
Right.
So we're no longer going to be influenced under the flesh anymore.
Right.
Everything's going to be changed. But on the other hand, the other nations, and we're going to have spiritual power too. you know. But these other nations now, their women, they're naturally going to flock to us. And the simple reason as to why is because they're going to see who's winning. They're going to see the palaces. They're going to see the prosperity. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for prosperity, and they're looking for that superiority, the greatness. That's what they want. So when they see that, they're going to lose. They're going to just drop their men and go come over to us.
If you check, man, because they're throwing down the statues of the slave traders, so the world is starting to acknowledge us, if you get what I mean. The world is kind of, people are acknowledging so-called black people, and they knocked down Christopher Columbus, so they're acknowledging, the world is acknowledging what they did to the natives. So the world is acknowledging us as a people, to the point they're acknowledging that we've been wronged. So when the time comes for us to take over the world, they're gonna see that, they're justified, man. You get what I mean?
Exactly. You know, and at the same time, I'm glad you brought that out, because like you said, they're paying, they have, and another thing too, what it is as well, is because they're ashamed of why, as to what they've done. That's why they're throwing statues down, you know, and I see what you're saying, and I'm gonna take that on board, but there's a part of me that doesn't agree with all of that, because basically, I don't agree with the whole idea of them taking the statues down. And the reason why I don't agree with it, because they're only doing it, well, there's two reasons why. Reason number one, because why would you take a statue down that represents your superiority? You gotta be a dumbass, okay, to do something like that. But at the same time, they're doing it because they're ashamed of what their forefathers have done, and they don't want to be looking too bad, because they have a bad looking image now. And like I've always been saying, for a certain amount of years, they've been making Jake look like the villain, look like the gangbangers, look like the thugs. Now, the spotlight's on them. Their evil dealings is coming out as to what they've been up to all these years. And this is why they trying to act and act like they down. And now, you know, they trying to talk to you all of a sudden. Because it's just them proving to themselves that they're not what their forefathers were.
Oh, yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because they should have been took them statues down a long time
ages ago.
So why all of a sudden they're doing it now?
Yeah.
Because the Black Lives Matter, and you got these agents running in and making it look like white people, we care too about your lives. And so why all of a sudden they're trying to take the statues down? Now, you should have had the conscience to know that it was wrong for you to put those statues up in the first place. Those statues have been knocked down a long time ago. So why are you doing it now? You're just doing it now because it's a trend, you know, it's all the spirit, you're something to do. This came out of the quarantine and you've been on lockdown for like 2 months. So now you've got something to do. Okay, Black Lives Matter, other white people getting involved. So okay, we don't look like bad people. So let's lock it down too. And that's what it is, man. It's just a trend, bro.
And not only is it a trend, but it's just also proved themselves that we don't agree with that.
No.
Okay. What's up?
Something there again. Let him know. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone now. It's gone.
Oh.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so like I was saying, not only is it a trend, but it's also something that they can use to prove to themselves and to prove to the world that they are not as nasty as they are. That's why. That's just my you know, the way I think of it. You know what I mean? And that's just the thing. It's like I was going towards Vauxhall at one time, bro. I went to the shop and I was walking, right, just listening to my music as usual, minding my own business. And this Edomite, I see these two Edomites, they're trying to talk to me and all of that stuff. So I'm like, right, because I can't hear them, because I got my headphones on. So I'm saying, right. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, just get away from me, man. I don't want to talk to you. You know, like, why do I need to talk to you? But what it is they're feeling guilty, man. They're feeling guilty as charged. And we're not telling them to feel guilty. We don't want them to feel guilty. They feel guilty naturally because of this George Floyd thing, and it's something that they've always known about that was going on. And now they have to be aware of it now, because now the world is looking at it. BBC has to publicate it, and they have to make it a big deal, right? And bring awareness as to what's going on with our people in Esau. And that's just the bottom line, man. And this is something that these devils don't want to talk about, especially down here in England. Because these devils here, they like to keep things under the rug. The American crackers, they can talk about it. They may explain and tell you, oh yeah, I don't like this. They will tell you, come straight. But down here, they like to keep everything under the rug. You feel what I'm saying? So now they have to come through and just admit and try to be social, Jake, so that they can then feel good, and we can just go back to doing what we usually do, and they can go back to doing what they usually do in terms of making fun of our people.
But then what I'd say is that, again, that's all shit. They just want to make the image look good, but they don't genuinely care.
No, they don't care.
Say if we all say, okay, we all believe that black lives do matter.
Yeah.
So okay, let's now talk about reparations. Let's talk about the money that you lot owe us now.
That's a
So
different
let's
ballgame.
sit down and talk about the trillions of dollars and pounds worth of money you owe us and that you've made off of us. So let's now talk about
Let's
that.
swap properties.
Yeah, exactly.
You come in my little 1 bedroom and I can move into your 8 bedroom house. Yeah?
Exactly, man.
Like we
Let's
said yesterday, damage control.
damage control.
That's all it is.
Exactly, that's all that is.
Yep.
They're just trying to clean up their image, but they don't actually give a shit to the point where they're prepared to give us like their wealth
Tangibles.
as an atonement for the damage that they've caused.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that. Why? Because Esau has money, right? We don't. If he gives us money, that's giving us power
Yes.
over him.
Yes.
And he ain't gonna have that. So all of a sudden, they look like hypocrites now that we're talking about reparations. But I thought, hold a minute, I thought you was helping us and joining us in the protest and caring that you care about our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So let's now talk about money. Don't want to talk about that.
And that's why
it goes back into in Ezra where Zerubbabel, we were making a temple because we just had been left the Medo-Persian captivity, and Cyrus gave us the decree to go and rebuild the temple, and the heathens wanted to make the temple with us. You know what Zerubbabel and the rest of the elders said, man, you got nothing to do with what we're doing, man.
You talking about the one in Ezra as well, isn't it?
Ezra, you know, I think it's time.
All right, man. Yeah, we're gonna close out anyway. Yeah, so yeah, that's all we're gonna say. That's all we got to say anyway. So giving all praises to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadosh, Wa Ba'babal, and Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'kadam to the first of the apostles of Great Millstone, and to the younger brethren like ourselves as well, pushing His ministry. Shalawam.